A triangle in method third you may use given a triangle ABC in which BC is produced up to D. BC is produced or extended. Two words you can use. BC is produced up to D. To prove what you need to prove, actually you need to prove that angle 4 is equal to angle 1 plus angle 2. Understood? And let's start proof. My dear, you know very well that we know by angle sum property of triangle. Angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 is equal to 180 degree, and it is considered as 1. And by linear pair, and you know that by linear pair sum of two angle is equal to 180 degree, sum of two adjacent angle, and this is why angle 3 plus angle 4 is equal to 180 degree, and it is considered as second. Since both is equal to 180 degree, so from first and second angle 3 plus angle 4 is equal to angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3, and you know that angle 3 both is cancelled because it is equal in both the sides. So angle 4 is equal to angle 1 plus angle 2. And now what you have just conclude that exterior angle is equal to sum of two interior opposite angles. That is the proof of and this proof is actually known as theoretical method or by logic method. So you may use the third method. My dear student, regarding triangle inequality property, it is said that in any triangle the sum of any two sides is greater than the third side. And what is its meaning? Actually its meaning is AB plus BC is greater than the third side AC, or BC plus AC is greater than third side AB, or AC plus AB is greater than the third side BC. This property is known as triangle inequality property, and in some questions it has been given that actually length of the side has been given, and you have to just find out that is it triangle is possibility, then you have to use triangle inequality property. For example, when any example has been given, regarding example I have just taken two different angles ABC and PQR, and its measurement has been given, length has been given in a unit, 2 unit, 1.5 unit, 1.2 unit, and in this question 2.3 unit, 2 unit and 2.5 unit, and you have to use triangle inequality property. And by this property you have to just check that 2 plus 1.5, and you know that 2 plus 1.5 is equal to 3.5, and 3.5 is greater than 1.2. Similarly, you can just check for second one, 1.5 plus 1.2, and you know that 2.7, and you know that 2.7 is greater than 2. And similarly, the third case is 1.2 plus 2.0, and it is equal to actually 3.2, and it is greater than 1.5. And so the first one has followed the triangle inequality property, and since it is a triangle. In the second cases, similarly you can just check that 2.3 plus 2.5, 2.3 and 2.5, and you know that sum of these two actually 4.8, and it is greater than 2.0. Similarly, you can just use 2.3 plus 2.0. What is its sum? Actually its sum is 4.3, and it is greater than 2.5. And similarly, you can just add 2.0 plus 2.5 is greater than 2.3, and because sum of these two is 4.5 and it is greater than 2.3, so actually it follow the triangle inequality property, because sum of any two sides is greater than the third sides. This property is known as triangle inequality property. Hope you have to enjoy, and in next video I will discuss some more properties. Thank you very much.